everybody, welcome to Mother Rabbit's Kitchen. That's the sound of my son dumping every toy that was just cleaned up out onto the floor. But anyway, we're gonna make some muffins today. I have some friends coming over. I have a quiche in the oven right now. There's a separate video for that, so go check it out. But right now we're gonna make pumpkin muffins, and my friends are gonna be here soon. I'm just kind of going, you know what, it doesn't matter if I'm still in the middle of cooking and filming, and it doesn't even matter that I haven't vacuumed or swept the floors. They're moms, they get it. We're just gonna go with it. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do for these amazing pumpkin oat muffins is get 2 cans of pumpkin. This recipe is so easy because you just dump everything in one bowl. They're also really healthy. We use oats and whole wheat flour for this. I've never bought this brand of pumpkin. It is the organic kind, and it's very kind of watery, so I hope that does not affect this recipe. They were out of my favorite generic brand. Next, we're gonna add 3 cups of sugar. This is going to make 24 muffins, 24 huge muffins. So I know that sounds like a lot of sugar, but they're gonna taste nice and perfectly sweet, not overly sweet. And 3, pour it in. Good job. You wanna help me stir? You can start stirring it up. Now we're gonna add 6 eggs. Okay, you stir that up, okay? 1, stir it in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I just realized you can't see him. And 6. You can't taste it yet. Just keep stirring. Break up those eggs. Can you stir that all together? So we got our 6 eggs in there, and then the next thing we are going to add, we're gonna do a tablespoon of vanilla, or 3 teaspoons. So I'm just gonna do 3 squeezes. 1, 2, 3. I don't have time to measure right now, so. And I really never have time to measure vanilla, come on. All right, so we're gonna do 1.5 cups of milk. Thank you. Okay, stir that in. And then we're gonna do 1 cup of oil. Normally I do coconut oil in this, but I don't have time to scoop it out and melt it in the microwave. So I'm just gonna do vegetable oil, and that is also totally fine. I know coconut oil is like technically healthier, but I don't care. Can you stir that in? So you're gonna wanna stir up your, no, don't touch that yet, your wet ingredients really, really well, because now we're just gonna add our dry ingredients right on top. 2 cups of, whoops. All right, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now we're gonna do 2 cups of whole wheat flour. One. 2. Now we're gonna do 3 cups of oats. It doesn't matter if they are whole oats or quick oats. I'm gonna probably use a mix of both. 1, 2. Hold on, I gotta just fill up. I just have to fill up the top. And you pour it in. 3. No, don't. 1 teaspoon of salt. 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1, 2, 1. We gotta stir this really, really well. I wanna get all that mixed in really, 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 really well. We're gonna do 3 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, also known as a tablespoon, but I'm just measuring out.
Ew.
3 teaspoons here, it's easier to measure. 1 teaspoon, wait, that's not cinnamon. Then I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Ew.
It's cinnamon, it's good. Let's not pour that all over the floor. I have a little bit of a situation. You know how I mentioned that canned pumpkin was really watery? This batter is not as thick as it should be. So I'm going to improvise here. If you're using just the regular canned pumpkin, that's not that fancy farmer's market organic kind, you don't have to alter this recipe, but I'm gonna add some more oats to this. Just just like another half cup. No, and then I'm just gonna probably add just a little bit more flour.
No.
Okay, you stir it in. Stir it in for me really well.
Try to taste it. Try to taste it, Mama.
And I'll just put in a few more tablespoons of flour, probably like 3 tablespoons. Let's see. I'm gonna stir that up. Because this batter is usually really, really thick, like you can kind of scoop it, and it's still really watery. Man, I should have toned down the milk. Oh, you know what I'm gonna add to it? A cup of wheat germ and flax, or a half a cup of wheat. So that's like a little over half. Really doesn't matter if you just have one, or if you just want to put a little more oats in it. So that's wheat germ and flax right there. That's a cup of that. And I just keep those in the freezer. Stir that in, Bubs. Oh, okay. Tasting it again, I see. Okay, now we're getting to that consistency that I know and love. Still a little bit on the thin side. Oh man, the things that happen on camera. I was so excited to make this recipe because I'm like, I have mastered this recipe. Mastered! And now, of course, you switch your canned pumpkin and everything goes awry. Okay, you want to stir it? Okay. Okay. And it's tasting time, I guess. That's good. Stop sticking your fingers in it. Because I don't have any cookies right now. You do? Okay. So I'm just going to spray 2 muffin tins with the muffin cups. Spray them with non-stick spray. I'm going to take a half cup measure and just pour in a half a cup into each one. It's okay if they come right to the top. At least I hope it's okay. This is not as thick as I would normally have it. But I don't want to add too much flour because then they might be dry. We're just going to have to say a little prayer when these go in the oven. This is going to make more than 24 muffins because normally it's much thicker and I can kind of pile it on top. I'm just going to sprinkle the tops with some quick oats, and it just looks so pretty when they puff up in the oven. Do not taste it. Then we're going to put them in the oven for about 25 minutes. I usually switch them on the racks halfway through, so I set the timer for 12 or so minutes. Then give them a switch, keep an eye on them. 25 to 30 minutes is all you need for the perfect pumpkin muffin. We are taking out our pumpkin muffins. They puffed up really, really nicely, so I'm just very carefully, they're very hot, so I'm carefully just putting them on hello, guys, a cooling. I've got some tea going. We're about to enjoy these along with the quiche. We have so many babies, so many boy babies, singing happy birthday. Look at this little one. He's the first one. Well, he and Matthias were the first ones to enjoy the muffin. Matthias started to, and then his muffin disappeared. We don't know where it went. Is it good, Matthias?
That's how good these muffins are.
I just spent several hours with my friends enjoying the muffins and the quiche and wonderful conversation, and of course some good hot tea, and everything came out so well. I was nervous about the pumpkin muffins because that pureed pumpkin was a little moister, a little waterier than I was hoping for. Add a little bit of flour and a little bit more oats, and they came out perfect. The quiche was delicious, delicious, delicious. I'm so glad I wrote down the recipe and that I recorded it so I can actually watch myself make it to make sure I know what I'm doing next time. And everything was wonderful. So, oh, I just realized that I'm recording 2 different videos. So this little segment is going to show up on both because I made them at the same time. Okay, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you make it. I hope you enjoy it. And remember, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Bye.